Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. We're breaking down Week 2 games. Let's get into the Ravens versus the Cardinals. This has one of the bigger lines you're going to see in an NFL game because it's early season. We don't have a lot of information to go off of. We have one game. One game to go off of. And what did we see out of the Cardinals? 3 quarters of not knowing what the hell they were doing, and 1 quarter of pulling a rabbit out of a hat and turning a game that should have been an epic loss into a tie. What did we see out of the Ravens? Lamar Jackson knows how to throw. Way better than most of the league thought he knew how to throw. He's got a dynamic new receiving talent in Hollywood Brown, and one of the best rushing threats in the league behind him. Mark Ingram is a load to deal with. Think Derrick Henry, okay? He's a beast. You've got good offensive line in front of him. You've also got depth at running back behind him because before they had Mark Ingram, they had a good rushing attack last season. You just didn't know who it was going to be from. So, yeah, that offense, you don't really have a lot of chances. If you load up against Mark Ingram, Hollywood Brown and Lamar Jackson are going to have a field day. And if you worry about that passing threat that now you have to worry about with Lamar Jackson, they can punch it up the gut and murder you. And the Cardinals just don't have the depth of talent right now to deal with what the Ravens are. So I understand the line being 13.5 points. I get it. Just, let's remember who the Ravens did that against. They did it against Miami, who's, man, they are bad. They just had a fire sale, okay? All of the good talent on that team either has been traded away or they're asking their agents right now to trade them away. That's the team that the Ravens did that to last week. So, I understand it's the Cardinals and they're a bit of a joke too, but they're not as bad as Miami, all right? They're just not. So, I think the Cardinals cover the spread. Okay? I think they get beat by 7 to 10 points. I don't think they get beat by 14 plus. I just don't. Based off of what they showed in the fourth quarter against the Lions, there's not much quit in this team. There just isn't. They have the leadership in place in people like Larry Fitzgerald that they're not going to allow themselves to quit. And Kyler Murray can put up some points. All right? He's fun to watch. He's just likely going to get hurt, and it's not going to be this game that he gets hurt in. So, yeah, I have the Cardinals covering the spread. David Johnson Jr. is having a resurgence. This offense suits him well, and he's not hurt. So, I think he's a quality start. I think he's a running back 2 in a game like this where they're going to be behind most of the game. But since he is the best offensive option for the Cardinals, still put him in. There's not many running backs that are better options than him. Until we really figure out who Kyler Murray is as a quarterback, avoid Cardinals wide receivers. Avoid Kyler Murray. Avoid Arizona's defense, obviously. So David Johnson Jr. is the only start-worthy person from the Cardinals. As far as the Ravens go, if you're not starting Lamar Jackson, you're an idiot. You weren't watching last game, okay? I don't care who else you have. Well, almost. You know, there's probably 4 or 5 QBs I'd start over Lamar Jackson right now. And if you drafted Lamar Jackson, chances are you don't have one of those guys. So put Jackson in there, okay? Mark Ingram is a beast. Based off of how bad the Arizona defense is, Mark Ingram is my number 2 running back play this week. So put him out there. Hollywood Brown should have been a waiver wire pickup for your team last week, and he is definitely a wide receiver 2 in this game. Start Baltimore's defense. They are going to feast on turnovers from a young quarterback. That's what I got for this game. Bet the Cardinals against the spread, but they're still going to lose. Start your Baltimore players in fantasy because they will feast against a bad Arizona defense. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit the rest of those videos to make your pocketbook and your fantasy team a hell of a lot happier.